Hello there guys, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017. Today we're going to be starting a new Let's Play on Oakfield Farm. So I just went through and set up the save with all the mods that I do and don't want in the game. And we have everything set up now except for the base equipment. Now, did review this map and seen the vast majority of it. I don't like the base equipment you get. It's really nice and everything, but it's too much. And I don't like maps where you start out with too much, so I've set up we're on normal difficulty. We're paying our workers 1,125 euros an hour with courseplay. We're going to be focusing a lot on courseplay. This isn't quite the map for courseplay, but it'll do. I wanted to do a different map, but it was broken. It was, is it Kenan or Senan? I don't know how you pronounce it. Valley, and that would look like a much nicer map, but it was broken, so we're using this at the moment. And this is my second attempt at recording this episode, because the first time I recorded it, there was a number of things that went wrong and I wasn't happy with, so we're just starting over and we'll hopefully get a lot more done. So first things first, we are going to be selling the massa here, the seeder which is in here, and the plough that we get to start with. And I have remapped all the buttons, so I'm going to press the lights a lot when I'm trying to attach trailers and everything else, so I'll get used to that for a little while. And we're now going to pick up the plough as well. There's something about this Massey, it feels very dead or something, I don't know. It feels like it doesn't have a horsepower. And I know CVTs are generally feel a small bit dead, but this is a little more than that still. I've changed down to heavy duty there. I don't know, if you have a CVT with heavy duty and transport, should you accelerate in heavy duty and then shift up to transport, or should you just leave it in transport and go? That I don't know. So if anyone does have a tractor like that or didn't tell me, please do, because I actually really want to know. And the brakes are also very bad in it. And it's one of those hold to open gates, which I don't like. I just want to catch the gate and fling it open to be grand. Right. Transport. So as this is a fast tractor, which way are we going to go? We're going to go the non-scenic route, because I actually really don't want to go the scenic route with this plough hanging out in front of me and the long seeder as well. I don't think it would end well. So I like this map. It's a decent map, but it's very similar to all the other maps he's made. It's just like he's made a map, like you could plonk this alongside any of his other maps, Chillington or whatever, and you wouldn't be able to tell where one starts and the other ends. It's the same thing nearly, but they're still nice. There's nothing wrong with them. And we don't have an influx of great maps in 17, so we have to go what we have. So yeah. So once we take these to the shop, we're going to be selling another few things as well, because like I said, I'm not happy with the base equipment that we get. So we're going to be keeping the Fent, the FS17. We'll keep that. We're going to keep our combine, that's fine. But we're gonna change our trailer. We're gonna get rid of the sprayer because I hate sprayers. They're literally the worst thing ever. And what else do we have that we're getting rid of? Can't think of anything at the minute. But we're basically going to be downgrading more so than upgrading. But we're going to get a better trailer and better plow. How far are we from the shop? These cars really do move now. I thought they were a bit slower than this on this map. They must be doing 45 anyway. And we're gonna have to cut this fella off a little bit. Where is it? Okay, you're gonna have to go. You have to go. Good job. So we're going to be coming up to shop here now. It's on our left. Oh, and I keep forgetting how close it is. Keep wanting to go up that hill. So I want to make sure that I don't sell the tractor before anything else and not be able to sell them. So sell that, and we'll hope that everything else is in the trigger. Sell that. Very good. And sell that. Now, what else do we have to sell? Keeping everything there. So the tipper, it's an in-game tipper. It's actually a decent tipper, but modded trailers are nicer. Sprayers, hate sprayers. It's worth 50,000. It might be worth bringing that to the shop. I don't think we're overly caught for it at the moment. We can just not buy our seeder and cultivator for the time being. It is 50 grand, and we're gonna be making a lot of trips to the shop to pick up the stuff that we do buy. I don't know what to do at Moors at the minute either. Like, well, the Moor's fine. Might get a front Moor as well to match. But we're going to need a rake, and I don't know what balers I have in. That massive baler is cheap and it's fine. Might just go to that. You know, I think we will go to that because I'm pretty sure everyone's sick of seeing that New Holland baler everywhere. And I think it just spits out standard bales. I'm not sure if it spits out standard bales. I'll go with it for now, and if it doesn't, I'll go back to New Holland baler or find someone that does, and we'll just switch it out. Come back to the shop and say this bale isn't right for us, and we're going to sell him. Because the baler shouldn't cost that much. Balers are not that expensive. Now, do I actually want to upgrade the Moors or not? Do you know what would be great? These have the what's the name again? The swarters on the back of them. It'd be great if you get that side Moor with a swarter on the back as well. So we wouldn't have to buy a rake, because I'm a fan of not going raking. But anyway. Right, so I had pretty much decided that the Fent will be our biggest tractor, and we're going to get a Sammy. Now, I don't know where to go for 190 or not. How big is our Fent? 716, it's 165. Yeah, I think the Sammy should be our power tractor. And we'll just purchase that. And I also wanted to get a small tractor for doing runabouts and short distance karting. And I was thinking of getting a Massey 3000 series 4-wheel drive course. Or perhaps we could get a TS. 80 horsepower, how much is that going to cost us? 90 grand. Is it worth 90 grand is what I'm wondering. Also got to check what time we started at. Make these videos a reasonable length. Did I sell the trailer? Tipping trailer. I did. Good. Tippers. So we've got the Bailey. Oh, I've lost my mouse. My mouse is gone. Are we gonna have problems? No, we're not. Okay, we're gonna say we're not. Gonna hope. So you 18,000, 18,500. I think we actually might go with that. I know it does have problems with certain tractors. That it's the hitch is a bit low or something. But it's the volume that I want. I need a 19,000 litre trailer because of what the combine holds to take 2 loads off of it. And well, that's close enough. But that's too small, and that's too big, and that's basically the same as that. 1,000 litres either way. I'd like to get that trailer too, but once again, too small, same size, too small. He's the right size too. Might use the Hearn actually, so. Too small, small, too big, and I'm not the biggest fan of them. They're a nice trailer, that's it. Yeah, we'll just go with the black Hearn for now. I don't think it matters what wheels you get. I think that the standard ones are the best. Standard roads are the best. I should have done that, but anyway. Not the end of the world. So, what do we have so far? We've gotten... Whoa, easy. We've gotten our baiter, our semi, and our tipping trailer. So I did say I want to get that Massey. I don't know why I passed that out. So we get our Massey 3000 series. We will max it out. Do we need 150? Is the 115 horsepower going to be any use? This is a thing. Nope, it's going to be the last thing we buy now. Cultivators, I had chosen... I'm still searching. I had chosen this one. It's a 4 meter wide Limken. And we need 145 horsepower for that. And for seeders, I had chosen... Where are you? This fellow. I don't know how you pronunciate that, so we're just going to buy it. And our money is going down quite quickly. I also wanted a plow, so I had chosen one of these fellas to this fella because he's cheaper. But I think they're going to be an almighty pain in the end. And we should probably just go for a ripper. Just to get it over and done with. Because I'm actually not going to be, I'm going to be using Courseplay to do it, and they're going to do headlands and they're going to mess it up, so might as well have a ripper, was my thinking. Although the ripper is a bit slow. Yeah, I won't be doing it, won't matter. And we will need either the Fent or the Semi to do practically everything, which is going to be a pain. And I also need to set up periodic plowing. Yeah, I think we'll just go for this one. We've got the extra 0.6 meters. I'm not worried about the price too much, because we do have... I also going to set this up really quickly. We're going to turn off periodic plowing. We're going to turn on the one-stage fertilization. We're going to turn on periodic plowing once we have everything harvested, which is going to be the next job. Plant ridging off, and we'll set that to normal for now. That will be changed a lot. My throttle is sticking a slight bit, so you'll see me walk slowly forward from time to time. So the Massey with white tires, design. I don't think we need any of that. No, we need to choose manual gearbox, because if you choose, there's stuff in the way. Okay, Semi. There's something weird with this shop that I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? Yep, I'm gonna be regretting this a lot. We'll just get this Semi lined up for road here. and I'll be using manual gearbox, just let him drive away there himself for the time being. So buy that Massey for the third time, or I don't know how many times we tried to buy this stage. Ooh, nearly made a big mistake. So if you buy it with the gearbox add-on, it's going to be a 30k box, and if you buy it with a manual, it's going to be 40k. I don't want a 30k Massey. I know that Massey, I'm pretty sure, does do only 30k. I hit the baiter, whoops. But it's just such a pain. It's nice to have. Let me actually check that it does. Yeah, it's just nice to have it doing 40k, even though it really shouldn't. So I think that was everything we need to buy. Now we're going to go into cattle. So we're going to buy all. We need to buy all the cattle equipment also, and what else do we need to buy? Cattle themselves, of course, and they cost a bomb. So 20 cattle is 100,000, and we really don't have that at the minute. We don't have the money to spend on cattle at the minute, so that's why we need to actually get going on the harvesting. So we're going to buy a fertilizer. Now I wanted a nice fertilizer. These are way too expensive. I put these in the hopes that they'd be cheap, because I just literally just had them. This fellow's ridiculously small, but I don't know. 1,000 liters. He's ridiculously expensive. Yeah, I think we do need to just go with the Breedle. There's no reason not to get him, and we're gonna buy some fertilizer also. So we're just gonna get one pallet really quickly. I'm going to check that the Massey can actually handle the Breedle with one full bag of fertilizer in it. We also need to buy weight for the Massey, is another thing, because the weight just looks nice and it improves the handling of the Massey a lot. So we'll go buy that also. So this episode is really going to be a lot of buying in the shop, and I'm sure we're probably halfway through by now. And as you can see, it looks pretty light on the front end. Nope. There we go. Close that down. We will get this Massey down to the field and fertilized immediately. We can get out the gate around Sammy. And I'll shut off that automatic box after we get to the field, because we just need to get this thing going. And I should be recording a course with this to come and go to the shop, but I don't think this is going to be necessary on this map. We're not going to be buying that much equipment. I was planning to do that American map that you saw at the very start in my game lineup, but there was too many things that weren't quite right with it. It didn't have pits, and I had to put them in, and more little bits and bobs like that that I didn't like about it, and I just said no, I won't bother doing it. So if I was doing that American map, I would definitely need a course from the shop to the home farm or wherever, because I'd be buying something every episode, because we'd have over 100,000 litres of grain harvested every episode and all that crap. So it would be vast expansion through a vast amount of fields, so that they wasn't working out. Without we would have spent most of our time just going to shop and bring back stuff if I hadn't have done that on that map. But once we get all this stuff down, I don't think we're going to be buying too much more after the animals are sorted. So we're going down to field 13, and we're going to set him off straight away. Get the combine, bring the combine up, and set him off going straight away as well. And we'll see how much we can get done. Not a whole pile. So could you imagine now if this tractor was 30k like I had before? It just wouldn't suit the purposes I had for, like, even the idea behind this tractor is to do the fertilizing, have a loader on it maybe at some stage to push in grass to the cattle and bales, put in some silage, and maybe short distance carting from field 13 just up the road from the farm. Do perfectly fine, but that just couldn't happen with a 30k box. We almost missed our turn off. Turn off here now. So, like I said, we're going to be focusing around course play quite a bit. So I'm just going to adjust my camera so we don't crash quite as much. We're going to go to field work. And we're going to go to field 13, which isn't actually a field. I forgot about that. So we're actually going to have to drive around the edge of field 13 to get the proper course of it. I don't know why 13 it doesn't register on course play. And it shifted down and I shifted down, and gearbox automatic stupid sometimes. I hit the button by accident. Oh, we're going up to field 13. So just right here now. And here we are, field 13. In all its annoyance of not having a damn cursor on the edge of it that I have to record myself. Another problem is it does have a tree in the middle of it, which I don't want to show you now because I do want to do a semi-decent job of this course. I'm not worried about going around the edges, just making sure I do get everything. Not to be wasting it and have it to look at it for episodes upon episodes. So there's a tree in the middle, which it's inevitably going to get cotton, and it's going to be really annoying. Okay, we're spinning up a little bit too much now. We're gonna make sure the brakes are good. And that should be good enough. Perfect. So if you don't know how to use Courseplay and you'd like to, this is actually going to be a great series to learn how to as well, if you stay watching. So fieldwork, you're going to want to hit fieldwork, of course, go to your fieldwork tab, then select your course. In my case now, since the field actually isn't showing up, you're going to go to currently loaded courses, which is going to be at the bottom. Going to select your working with, or you can just hit this and it'll calculate it automatically 99% of the time. Your starting location, you're going to bring up your map. We're in the northeast corner. You're going to set your start in the northeast corner. Now it doesn't super matter, but at the same time, if you don't want to drive around or have him start in a stupid place, and we want to do it south, so he's going to head straight south. He won't go in line with the thing, it's going to be up and down like that, which is a bit annoying, but that's nothing I can do. Since we're such a wide working width, we're just going to do 2 headlands, calculate the course. Now I always like to put on all the points so I can actually see what he's doing, and set him to start from the first waypoint, and I haven't set him right. It's actually fertilizing and seeding in this case. I don't know what's the difference. I know it won't let you fertilize or seed unless you have that selected. I don't know why it's any different from field work in general. And he's now going to go to the first waypoint. Now I like to tune my max speeds so that they're a bit quicker off the mark and get into combines and things like that when you do have it set to unload. And just see the start point there at the very top of the screen. I don't know why it's down there when we set to the northeast, but it's there, it's working. It will start eventually. Now we're going to go to our combine. We're going to actually turn you to manual before we forget it. And I do hate when they're in shade sometimes. So here's a combine. It's just me or is this camera... okay, I must have hit it off kilter a small bit. I'm going to pick up our header, which is in there. And I'm going to make a swing about here. Now, I'm not too sure about gearbox on the combine. I don't know if there's any need to. It does get annoying sometimes, and especially on loaders as well. It does get annoying on loaders too. So I did pull out the combine before it, and I remember it was quite tight to get it in, to get it out of there. Without scratching the paint. And only just about. So it won't be parked there anymore. I don't know where it'll be parked, or if it'll be parked even, but it won't be there. Take it up the road to our field. Make sure our Massey has done one headland. And I must also set it so that they use fertilizer and seed and all that stuff. So we're going to drop the header here in field 14. It's only grass. It'll be grand. Stop. And once again with the lights. So our Massey is coming up on one headland. He has a working width of 24 meters. Set to field work this time, because field work will work this time, I promise. And we only have a working width of 7.6 meters, so he's gonna pass us out really easy. So I'm still gonna have to watch them that they don't collide in the middle of the field somewhere, but we won't worry too much about it. Field pattern, we're going to load field 13. And we're going to start in the... I'm not sure, should we start in the northwest corner this time? I think we'll start in the northwest, trying to get some kind of sensible start point. And we'll go south, because that's still by far the longest direction of the field, and we'll do... I think 3 headlands will suffice for this. And we'll turn on all the points again. Now if you have done create a course and you're not happy with the headland, if you've ditches all over the place, just hit cancel this button right here, and it'll delete the course and it'll keep all the settings except for the starting corner and the direction, and you can set it off again. So he's actually going to go the other way around the field, which is interesting. I think that headland should be okay. I'm actually, you know what, I'm gonna put it up to 4. And it deletes the course you're using actually. So calculate that. That's a bit better. That gives me a bit more room to work with. for him to work with. But I think that's all we really have time for. I don't want to overextend the episodes. There will be a lot more done in the next episode. We will actually do some proper farming instead of buying stuff. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you did like this video, and we'll see you next time when we will be doing work, I promise. But until then, bye guys.